Hello, I am Stacy, and I am the podcaster for the other side of the aisle, which means church aisle. And somebody had asked me if if I thought DEI and CRT were appropriate for children. I will address CRT another time. At this point, I'm just going to address DEI, and I will approach it as somebody who is a Christian. And I'm going to begin with what I learned as a Christian, Mark 12:31, that we love our neighbors as ourselves. And also that comes from Leviticus 19:18. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. And if you are familiar with the stories in the Gospels, then you are very well aware that Jesus chose to hang out with a diverse group of people, some of which is clearly mentioned, and I have a feeling, studying Christ over the years, that there's probably some folks he hung out with that aren't mentioned because it was just too marginalized. But Jesus, we know, hung out with people who were economically diverse with regards to gender, hung out with the marginalized, went into different areas that had different belief systems. So I am going to kind of address it from that perspective. I also want to know, as you can see, I am past the age of attending elementary, middle school, and high school. So I know things that are very different from when I went to school. And I am not sure how DEI programs are being done in schools. My daughter is a teacher, and it isn't something that I hear about within their school as far as specific programs. So I'm going to address this as if a school is merely providing an environment that is about diversity, equality, and inclusion. Personally, if everyone lived by the values of the Christian Judeo system, or I should say, Judeo-Christian and Islam system, treating our neighbors as well as we treat ourselves, treating people with dignity and respect, and having value no matter what they looked like, how they dressed, what their skill levels were, whether they get good grades or not, we wouldn't need DEI programs in schools or in the workplace. But unfortunately, we do. And I've got a question for you. Why wait until someone is 18 to teach them about diversity, equality, and inclusion of all people, or provide an environment that it exemplifies that? Why wait? As adults, we have to deal with all kinds of people, especially if we work in the medical field, law enforcement, the court systems, or in civil service. It may not be expected so much in a small business. But for those other systems, if somebody comes to us, it doesn't matter. We are to treat them with dignity and respect. And we're not always good at that. It is very easy if we grow up in a monotypical system to be taken aback by some of the diversity we might encounter as adults. It's harder to adjust and to treat people equally. We have certain ideas and notions in our heads about people. So why wait until we're adults to begin learning this? We teach our children in church school to be kind. We don't have to agree with how someone presents themselves to us, but we should know how to be kind. And that means having books available in schools and in libraries that provide stories about a diverse group of people's life experiences. And even if you don't personally agree with those, you can talk to your child about what you expect in your own household and what you believe. That's your privilege. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. So, yes, I guess with regards to providing an environment that provides understanding about diversity, since not all of our communities are so diverse, and teaches how we should treat everyone equally, and how we can include people who are different than us into our lives, then yes, it is good for kids. That's all I've got to say about that. Thank you, and bye-bye.